You- I mean, street. It's a very overrated thing in a way. You have to be smart in every way. Street smart is a good place to start.
Somebody's gonna get hurt.
We are now on the road to WrestleMania, and I don't know about you guys, but it got a motherflower feel some kind of way. You feel what I'm saying? You know, Monday Night Raw was tonight. Raw's in the books. This is your Monday Night Raw review for January 28th, 2019. The post episode of Monday Night Raw, post Royal Rumble, may I say correctly. But thank you all for tuning in live tonight here on the YouTube channel. As always, it is me. I am the fat fuck himself. They call me Steve. They call me Heel Steven. If you want to be more governmentally correct about it, I'm Heel fucking Steven. What is up, motherflowers? My voice still sounds a little fucked up. I know I'm still in fucking puberty mode and shit, but you know what? We're gonna grind this shit out. We're gonna get this done. This is your Monday Night Raw review. Raw tonight was live from Phoenix, Arizona. Part still of not WrestleMania, hell fucking no, Royal Rumble weekend, I guess. And this is the part I guarantee you for a lot of these motherfuckers who actually went down to Phoenix for this whole weekend for Royal Rumble and Takeover and Raw and SmackDown. I guarantee a lot of these motherfuckers are gonna go to SmackDown tomorrow, and they are exhausted. These motherfuckers are tired. These motherfuckers want to go back home and sleep and shit. It happens. It fucking happens. But we're on the road to WrestleMania finally. And just to think that we have still 2 pay-per-views still tucked in between Rumble and Mania. We have Elimination Chamber coming up in 3 weeks. Holy crap. Like, we just got off 1 pay-per-view, right? And now we're about to get into another one. It's like, can a motherfucker breathe? Seriously, can a motherflower fucking breathe? You know? And then after that, we're getting Fastlane because, oh my God, you gotta have fucking Fastlane. You just need to have fucking WWE Fastlane for some fucking reason. But anywho, guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Give this stream/video a big old thumbs up. Share this throughout your entire social media platforms. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. And overall, I thought Raw tonight, in my honest opinion, was all over the fucking place. Literally, it was like a girl. That's literally all over the fucking place. Literally, at one moment she's like this, another moment she's like that, and it's like the bitch is all over the fucking place. That was Raw tonight. There was some good stuff. Obviously, Becky and Ronda. And then the rest was just like, you know. But let me tell you something, slap nuts. We had the return of JEFF, JARRETT, and that put a smile on my face. Spending my days working hard on the go, but the hands on the clock keep spinning too slow. And I can't wait to be alone with my booty tonight. Tonight. You know my booty got me wrapped around her little finger. I know the words. I'm just saying, I know the fucking words. Anyway. Raw tonight kicked off with Seth Rollins. He opened the show saying he needs some time before he can make a decision. And also, he said he wouldn't do it, but he actually did it. He pointed to the WrestleMania sign. Like this. So now, yeah, the giant WrestleMania sign is literally hanging in every single arena. So now everyone and their mother is going to point to the fucking sign. So that was that. And then Triple H stopped it. Literally came out and stopped him in his tracks and basically told him that he needs an answer by the end of the night. And that Daniel Bryan, the new Daniel Bryan, along with Eric Rowan, or Garbage Man for that matter, and Brock Lesnar will both be in attendance tonight because, again, Seth Rollins needs to make his decision. See, last year when Nakamura won the Rumble, right? Nakamura chose right then and there AJ Styles. Well, when Asuka won the Women's Rumble last year, right? Asuka took like almost a month and a half to make a choice. That's what I remember, right? And then she eventually chose Charlotte. But that was the thing. And then out came Dean Ambrose to congratulate him. But, you know, he knows that he's going to give Brock a fight. But let's face facts that, you know, when it came down to him, right, Rollins always needed, you know, help from the Authority, JJ Security, Corporate Kane. The fact that he mentioned those names were brought back some nostalgia, even though that was like, what, 4 years ago and shit. My, how time flies, right? But no matter what, he needed people to help beat Dean Ambrose because he couldn't beat Dean Ambrose fair and square. And then it's one of those things where Triple H, you know, again, you know, he tried to like get in between them, right? But eventually, what Ambrose wanted was a match, right? And Triple H was leaving because it looked like he wasn't going to give him the match, right? And keep this in mind too. There is a moment where they had a stare down. It was Triple H and Dean Ambrose. They had that stare off, right? And then Ambrose with the line because apparently, again, Triple H wouldn't grab the match, and Ambrose was like, "What? Need to ask permission from his father-in-law." And everyone went crazy. Oh my god! Apparently, he even called them trips. Trips. Yeah, apparently he started calling them trips. I'm pretty sure people are going to start calling them trips all of a sudden now. But other than that, you know, Triple H started, you know, again, he felt some kind of way. People were chanting, yes, he does. Yes, he does. And then he asked for the referee. The referee came. The match was okay. Nothing to go crazy for, even though, again, I've seen them have matches before. It was better than their TLC match. I'll say that right now. But when it was all said and done, Rollins ended up beating Dean Ambrose with the curb after he hit the curb stomp. Again, you want to give your Rumble winner some momentum going into WrestleMania, and the fact that you're gonna have to make a decision right there tonight, so you want to give this motherfucker some momentum. So good on them for that. We then had Dean Ambrose after this grabbing the mic. It looked like he was gonna say something like vent out his frustration, but then he was interrupted by Nia Jax and Tamina. And there was a stare off, and then I guess Nia Jax hit the sloppiest clothesline I've ever seen someone hit to the back of Dean Ambrose. So we're still continuing on with this. I'm a woman, but I can hit up any guy. I don't want to sit here and be like, you know, be in this war of, oh my god, you know, intergender wrestling, because I've already gave my stance on it already. There's people that are for it, and that's perfectly fine. Okay? And I don't want this whole bullshit. Oh, but equality, man. It's 2019 now, man. You have to learn to accept. It's fine and dandy. If you're someone out there and you're all for intergender wrestling, intergender wrestling, men versus women, then go for it. That's your thing. Honestly, this is not my cup of tea. It's not. Yes, there's been numerous times where there's been matches. There's promotions out there that do promote men versus women. I know PCW Ultra, they do men versus women. I knew that Tessa Blanchard wrestled Brian Cage a while ago in a one-on-one match. I know that freaking Lucha Underground, Sexy Star, was fucking wrestling people left and right, men and women and shit. I knew that Candice LeRae and PWG was wrestling men as well. She was part of that intergender tag team with Joey Ryan. So I get it. Yes, it's going to be out there. That's fine and dandy. There's people that are into it. Just me, honestly, it's never been my cup of tea. And the vibe that I'm getting here, I don't know about you guys, is that they're going to go probably at WrestleMania with Nia facing a guy, a man, if you will, a male wrestler. I think that's going to happen. I hope not. Because on paper, it just looks so silly. And again, listen, you know, people are going to come on here and say, oh, you're wrong for that, Steve. Even though I ain't going to lie, you know, the Nia took a crazy RKO, but Well, we'll see. Again, I thought it was corny, but it didn't really, whatever, felt random as all hell. We then had Nia Jax and Tamina wrestling, I guess in a tag team championship qualifying, because again, they are going to crown the first ever women's tag team champions in the Elimination Chamber 3 weeks from now. Again, we're getting another fucking pay-per-view right around the corner, right? So it's Tamina and Nia versus Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. So Alexa Bliss is wrestling all over again. Welcome back, Alexa, to Monday Night Raw. And Jax dropped Bliss and James with a double Samoan drop for the pinfall. So again, you want that. You want, I guess, to have a dominant team in the match. I mean, you think about this too, right? You look at the tag team division right now on Raw, for the women that is. You do have Nia and Tamina, Sasha and Bailey, I guess, right? And I guess you want to go put in there, I guess, Alexa and Mickie James, but whatever, right? I just count those two teams. And I guess also the Riot Squad, right? And on SmackDown, you have the Iconics. You have Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville. That's all you really have right now over on SmackDown Live. If I'm missing someone, let me know. I hope I'm not missing any other women's tag team or any women's faction. But that's all you really have, really. So you kind of get the idea who's going to join, who's going to be in this match. But, whatever, For after this, we had Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. Why, I do not know. I understand they're still in the whole Royal Rumble weekend mode and shit like that. So you want, again, to get a big pop. Because, again, you not only have the people that live in Arizona, you have the Smarky Mark fan that travel from all over the world for the Royal Rumble that were there. So, yeah, let's please those audiences tonight. I guarantee you next week, the people that you saw on Raw tonight, the crowd who, by the way, who were flat on their asses for most parts of the show, they're not going to be there next week. It's back to mommy taking their kids to the show. It's going to go back to that. But you have Baron Corbin and Kurt Angle for no reason whatsoever. Honestly, I do not want to see Kurt Angle wrestle again. I get it. You want to bring him out for special occasion. That's fine and dandy. Like the Royal Rumble was a special occasion, right? You got to eliminate it fast. But I don't need to see Kurt Angle wrestling every single fucking week. I don't. That being said, I mean, it was a match where, again, it was there. I mean, Angle had some moments here. But eventually, Kurt Angle lost to Baron Corbin with the deep six of all things. So finally, someone lose the fucking deep six. I ain't gonna lie to you. Say what you want about Baron Corbin, and I said this during the live reaction to the Royal Rumble, the Men's Rumble, at that. When Baron Corbin hits that deep six, it looks beautiful. It's a beautiful move. So, say what you want about him, but I just think he has a good signature move. All right? And he hits it, and he beats Kurt Angle. After the match, Corbin literally hopped back into the ring and laid out Angle at the end of the day. Listen, I don't want to see Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin again, nor at WrestleMania. I really, really don't. I think it's done with. Let's move on. Get it out of the way. We then had Finn Balor, who was making his way to the ring, and apparently, as he was heading to the ring, people were backstage again congratulating him for a good effort, right? And he comes out to the ring, acknowledged that hey, that the beating he took from Brock at the Royal Rumble, he acknowledged it, right? Because he was amazed by how someone with the strength of Brock had the speed that Brock had. He was amazed that he was able to feel that power and speed all at once. He's never felt anything like that, right? And he acknowledged his defeat. He took it like a man, even though at the same time, he said that, you know what, there's look in Brock's eyes, and the look is that Brock believes, right? Now, after this, out came Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush, and Lio Rush said, hey, you would have beaten Brock, but you took an ass beating. But at the same time, you can't beat the almighty Bobby Lashley, who's stronger than Brock, faster than Brock, and all that. You got to know in the back of your mind, when Lio Rush is talking about all this, in Bobby Lashley's mind, it's like, God damn, all the promises he was given that were made to him, that, oh my God, yes, Bobby, you come back to WWE, you're going to face Brock Lesnar. We're going to put you in a match with Brock. Because that was the plan originally, to my understanding. When Lashley came back from the WWE from Impact Wrestling, they're going to do Brock and Bobby. And apparently, shit happens. Plans change, and now Bobby Lashley's the Intercontinental Champion. And this led to Lashley attacking Balor, laying him out with a handful of chokeslams. So apparently now Lashley hits choke slams. Choke slams now, apparently. Listen, I don't mind this being a program for the Intercontinental title. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with this. Maybe just, I don't know, heading into Fastlane. Cause I don't need to see at WrestleMania. Okay? But I don't mind seeing Finn Balor going into WrestleMania as the Intercontinental Champion. That could work. I'm all for that, to be honest. You then had the Revival. The team that requested the release, Mr. FTR, if you will, facing the returning Major Bros of Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. And you would think that, oh my God, it's Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. They're not going to lose. They're not going to fucking lose. They lost. They fucking lost. Kurt Hawkins ate the fucking shatter machine. That's all you need to know about that. That's all you got to know about that. He ate the fucking shatter machine. And after that, you know, he was in disappointment. Of course you be. You took a fucking L for your team, you fucking idiot. But honestly, you know, I don't mind them pairing them back together. I'm fine with that. It's another team in the Raw Tag Team division. I just don't think they're going to go far, to be honest. Speaking of not going far, let's talk about Mojo Rawley. Mojo Rawley, who was backstage talking. You could tell he was talking to a fucking mirror. You can tell he was talking to a mirror, talking about how, you know, you were supposed to be all this, you're this and gifted, but you blew it. It was your fault. And now people are going to now see this different side of Mojo Rawley. I've seen this type of promos before. It's not going to go anywhere. Same thing with the whole, like, you know, Dean Ambrose's response to Triple H. Oh, actually fought off for permission. People went crazy for it, but at the same time, I mean, we've heard this before. Remember Punk back in 2011 telling Triple H, oh, you know, when they were feuding in 2011 about Triple H leaving his balls in his wife's purse. I mean, we've seen this shit before, been played before. But again, he says that he had the greatest combination of speed and intelligence, and just kept yelling at himself. I don't know where the fuck this is gonna go. I would not be surprised if there's another vignette next week on Raw. I don't know. Maybe they're going to make him the next Lars Sullivan because Lars Sullivan does a fucking panic attack. I don't fucking know, but we'll see. We then get another tag team qualifying match, women's tag team qualifying match. Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan versus Natalya and Dana Brooke. So backstage, Dana Brooke told Natalya that, you know, it's okay it's okay for them to team up because, again, Dana Brooke can do way much better, right? And Natalya had Morgan locked in the sharpshooter. But Logan knocked Brooke into her tag team partner. She literally knocked Dana Brooke into Natalya, and then Morgan rolled up Natalya for the win. So there was that. So again, you know, we'll see what happens. So now what we know confirmed right now for the Women's Elimination Chamber match for the women's tag team titles is Tamina and Nia Jax and Sarah Logan and freaking Liv Morgan. I'm pretty sure we're going to have the Iconics. We're going to have Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. We might have Asuka and freaking Naomi. I'm just going to give out some fucking names here. But I know that next week we're going to get also Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Alicia Fox and Nikki Cross. That should be fun. We had the best part of the show, I guess, and more for the post match than the match itself. Even though the match was good, we had Ronda Rousey issuing an open challenge. Apparently, and people were saying, "Oh, she butchered her promo," and people were giving her shit for it. I mean, honestly, listen, it's Ronda. Apparently, Ronda writes her own promos, and the fact that she does her own promos and doesn't get it approved or anything like that—that's something there in itself to say. But the match itself, it was Bayley. Bayley came out, and Bayley was in her ring gear. She spoke for a little bit. They really had, honestly, a very, very good match. I'm not going to lie. I will even say this. I thought this match between Ronda and Bayley was better than Ronda versus Sasha from the Rumble, in a way, a little bit, in my honest opinion. Take it for what it's worth. All right? Take it for what it's fucking worth. Wait, what's up, Phantom Line? How you doing, brother? 6 out of 10, that's fine. You know, Raw was back and forth tonight, open great, had some great segments, and there. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Fair enough, Phantom. Fair enough, brother. But that was that. And then, yes, it's crazy because they're at the whole match. Ronda was selling this leg injury, right? And Bayley had this heel hook locked in, right? She had this shit locked in, and then they were in the top turnbuckle at the end of the match, right? And Ronda counters it and gets the armbar, and Bayley taps out. And then she gets on the mic, apparently she gets on the mic and mentions Becky Lynch, talking about making her choice easy, whatever. And then out comes Becky Lynch, and the crowd went ape shit. The whole building lost their fucking mind, right? And then Becky says, hey, you know, unlike Seth Rollins, I don't need to wait to make my decision. She's making it right there now, right? And she chooses Ronda Rousey. And she said that she promised Ronda that she'll find a way to make sure that Ronda and Becky will be face-to-face again. And then she reminded Ronda that the last time they were in the same place, Becky took out Ronda. This was that whole thing when the SmackDown women's locker room invaded Raw and before Survivor Series. Yeah, that, right? And then Ronda, and I guess just the effect, the Becky effect, right? How everyone was just pro Becky, just chanting for Becky Lynch, made Ronda feel some kind of way. Because you could tell that she wanted to cry. She wanted to just fucking cry, and she got on the mic and just went off. Went off. I swear to you, Ronda Rousey said that if she wanted to, she could kill Becky Lynch. She knows ways how to kill her. She said the fucking word kill in a... Who the fuck would have thought in a WWE programming that a superstar could use the word kill in her promo and get away with it, A, and 2, the crowd still didn't give a fuck. The crowd still chanted for Becky. No fuck was given. You know what it is, too? I'm going to say this right now also. You know, Becky Lynch right now, I'm going to take that back. Ronda Rousey right now in this program is Jose Aldo. To what Jose Aldo was to Conor McGregor. Meaning, yes, Conor was the challenger. Conor was the one taunting Jose Aldo in those world tours when they were going to Brazil, New York, Boston, LA, Ireland, all that shit, right? Conor made Jose Aldo feel so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. All the mind games, all the taunting and shit. And that's what Becky's doing here. She's making Ronda feel uncomfortable, taking her out of her comfort zone. But the difference is, though, Becky Lynch, even though she's the Conor McGregor in this whole thing, she's about to she's about to get the biggest payday of her career. Listen, yes, I said last night in my review that I did not agree that, you know, Becky tapped out to Asuka. And I still don't agree with it at all, because it makes me hard to believe that, oh my gosh, she can withstand the armbar, right? I still feel that way. Don't get me wrong, I look forward to the match. It's going to be a great match, all the fuck you want. But at the same time, you already fucking know that they're going to find a way to add Charlotte Flair. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants that right now. Nobody wants to see Charlotte Flair added to this match. No one does right now. No one does. Becky Lynch right now deserves to headline that match, or that event. And you know what? It's probably going to main event. If they want to go all out with this women's evolution, right? Women's revolution agenda, right? The last thing left on the list, have a women's match headline WrestleMania. And that's it. And what better match than Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch? Shut up and take my fucking money. That shit right there made me hope that WrestleMania was tomorrow. The match itself makes me want to buy a ticket ASAP for WrestleMania. Because honestly, yes, WrestleMania is in my back. It's literally in my state. It's in Jersey, right? Even though they'll say New York, but it's in fucking Jersey. I don't have a ticket for it yet. I'm going to get one real soon. I know that for a fact. Waiting on that tax return. Just saying. You know what I mean? So once I get my tax return, oh, I'm buying a WrestleMania ticket, I'm buying a TakeOver ticket, I'm probably gonna do Ring of Honor versus New Japan and MSG. I might do an Evolve show, I might do a WrestleCon. It's still up in the air, my plans yet, but you best believe, yo, it's the match that's gonna be worth talking about. I'll even say this: this already has more hype than Charlotte versus Asuka from last year. If that match does not excite you for WrestleMania, then I don't know what the fuck will. Right now. But that was amazing. Fucking amazing. But at the same time, though, yeah, Becky Lynch she literally made Ronda shook. She had Ronda shook throughout this whole segment, which is also going to be an effect as well, in my opinion. I'm reading the comments here. Vandom Line, you can take an ad now in the chat, bro. I can see Becky taking the belt off Ronda, and I can also see Seth taking the belt off Brock. If they add Charlotte, I will lose my mind. They should just have Charlotte Asuka rematch for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I'm honestly thinking about going from me to, but I live in Ohio. Man, again, bro, if you're gonna do it, do it. You only live once. If you're a wrestling fan, so there you go, brother. After this, we get Braun Strowman versus Drew McIntyre. But before this, though, right? You see Braun's backstage. And you see Braun pop up, like, you know, I know you made it. I know you made it right. I know that it's right. You're the better man. You won, right? The better man won, and that being again, Seth Rollins. And he says, "But you better make the right decision, right? At WrestleMania." The match itself between Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre. It was there. It was an okay match. Didn't go crazy for it. Ended in a disqualification after Baron Corbin comes out and they work on Strowman's leg, but eventually they double team him and they hit him on the steel steps. That was it. I enjoy mayhem. Don't get me the fuck wrong, but where are they going with this? That's my question. Who is Braun feuding with here? Is it Drew or is it fucking Braun or is it fucking Baron Corbin? Okay, but we'll see. Again, they're probably gonna take him out again. There's that. I didn't mention this earlier, and I'll mention it right now. Elias had an in-ring segment, chastising it because Elias is now a heel. I don't know. People were wondering why. It doesn't make sense. I think at this point in the junction, yeah, he was a babyface. But I think with Elias, you know, yes, he was an okay babyface, but there's more money I feel like with Elias as a heel than him being a babyface. The money with him is him being a heel. He's about to sing a song, right, that he wrote for Phoenix, Arizona, and then out came JEFF, JARRETT, Jeff Jarrett, right? Came out in his fucking blazer, a cowboy hat, not in his wrestling gear, thank God, right? And he talked about how you gonna sing a song, right? How apparently, you know, he even called him Slapnuts, right? And out came Road Dogg after this, and they made a joke. People were chanting, "Holy shit!" Road Dogg said, "Calm down. This is the kids. This is the children. This is a family show now." But they started singing the Jeff Jarrett song, right? And it looked like about to make. They were singing, my bad, "With My Baby Tonight," right? As they made their way down to the ring, Elias smashed the guitar onto Road Dogg, and then Jeff Jarrett again fought with Elias. They had a little thing there, but eventually, at the end of it all, Elias laid him out with the guitar. Listen, I don't mind there being a mini program with Jeff. Apparently, from my understanding, Jeff Jarrett is now a producer on Monday Night Raw for WWE. He's working for WWE as a producer, a backstage, right? A backstage role, which means rest in peace, GFW. Even though it never really started. You kind of get the idea, right? Rest in peace, GFW. Even though, again, it never started, right? He's now working for WWE. I'm pretty sure he'll still do independence. He'll still do indie. He'll still take indie bookings, right? But I enjoyed it. I honestly thought it was a fun little segment. I'm a fan of the song. Spend my days working hard on the go, but the hands on the clock keep spinning too slow. And I can't wait to be alone with my booty tonight. You know my booty got me wrapped around her little finger, and you know I go to hell and back just to be with her. And I can't wait to be alone with my booty tonight. I'm just saying, I'm a fan of the song. I know Bruce Pritchard right now having a fucking heart attack, if you will. What is up, Dark Middle School? How you doing, brother? The rumors of Braun versus Triple H at Mania but tonight it seemed like they definitely planted for potential Triple H versus Dean match. Yeah, I agree with that too. I think that will all happen at WrestleMania, but we'll see, man. Because again, Triple H to have his mandatory WrestleMania match, right? The segment was awesome. Thank you. I know it was, bro. That was an awesome segment with Elias and Jeff Jarrett, right? But then we get the main event. We got the fucking main event. My bad. I mean the main event segment of the show. And this is the part I think they fucked up. And now with the decision. So apparently they had Bryan also show up on Raw, right? So Rollins was about to come out, but then Brock and Heyman come out first, right? And Heyman told Seth Rollins to go to SmackDown, like, do the right thing, right? Go to SmackDown and fight Daniel Bryan for the WWE title, right? This had that similar vibe to like 2005 where Triple H told Batista, go to SmackDown, wrestle JBL, right? Rollins comes down, and he has a stare off with Brock Lesnar, and they go at it. Rollins hits Brock in the gut multiple times, go for the curb stomp. But when he goes to hit for it, he gets F5'd. Not once, not twice, the third time on the title, and then the fourth time where he just threw Rollins. And then Rollins says, is that all you got? And that all you got? And then the one thing happened that I knew was like, yep, these motherfuckers fucked up. And no, it hadn't had nothing to do with Bryan. The lower third to end the show, right, popped up. And they faded to black. Now keep this in mind. They did say that they would no longer go over the 11 o'clock hour. So once 11 o'clock happened, the show's over, right? And you kind of knew, like, yep, these fuckers fucked up. They ran out of time, and yeah. But at the same time, though, I kind of dig that too, because you know what? It makes people want to tune in next week to see what the fuck happened. Because technically, Seth didn't really make a decision. Seth didn't say, I want to face Brock Lesnar. So, the way I look at it too, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this also. Listen, I don't think WWE is going to have two of the Rumble winners be on the same brand. I don't see that happening. I honestly don't. So, part of me really feels that that Seth Rollins is going to go to SmackDown and face Daniel Bryan, which is still a good match. Don't get me the fuck wrong, for WrestleMania. But the question is now, what do you do with Brock? Do you do Brock and Braun at this point at WrestleMania? Right? I mean, what do you do? But that's the vibe the vibe I get is, again, WWE is not gonna want to have both of their brand champions, both of their Rumble winners, men and women, on the same brand. Because then you make SmackDown the dead brand, basically. But if you think about it. So I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on that. I hope Seth gets challenged Brock for the Universal Championship. The segment was awesome. WWE tweeted out Brock versus for the Universal Championship at Mania. I don't know. I mean, they tweeted it out, but again, who to say that Rollins pops up tomorrow on SmackDown? You know what I mean? So a lot can happen. Let me just see here the WWE Twitter account, because I really want to know firsthand here. Let me see here, guys. Let's see here. I don't think they really made it clear here. Let's see here. Give me The Rock, okay, whatever. Yeah, it's okay. They made it official. Okay, they fucking now made it really official. on their Twitter account. So they finally made it official. Good for them, I guess, right? There it is, their Twitter account. I'm literally on WWE's Twitter right now, and that's what they tweeted out. And I'll be honest too, a part of me wished that they would have waited a little longer. Because I would not mind having Rollins throughout this time go on both shows, right? Be like the traveling #1 contender where you win until you make your choice. You can be on both shows and pop up whenever you want. Think about this, right? Imagine if Rollins went to SmackDown, even though he didn't make a choice yet, but with that perk, right? And have him also wrestle matches on SmackDown. We could have seen Rollins versus AJ Styles, even though we probably seen him before on the Indies, but still, you kind of get the idea. Rollins versus Bryan, Rollins versus Andrade, Rollins versus Mysterio, Rollins versus Mustafa Ali. I just wish they would have done that, in my honest opinion, and not have them choose right away, in my honest opinion. But guys, give me your thoughts on that as well. Overall, like I said, Raw tonight was all over the fucking place. There was a good, there was bad, and it just fell all over the place, honestly. It really, really did. But as always, guys, give me your thoughts in the comment threads of this video or the stream, or if not, let me know on Twitter at HeelSteven. I'll be back tomorrow for my SmackDown live review. It will be live. I'm likely to go live a little later, like around 10:30ish, going into 11 p.m. Eastern time. Just keep that in mind, all right? And yeah, T-Mail Podcast moves to Sunday, starting this Sunday, coming up on February 3rd. So we will be going live again for the podcast, that is, literally after the Super Bowl. All right? Again, the podcast is available on all podcasting platforms, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeart Radio, PODBEAN, for downloading and listening purposes. Give us those 5-star ratings and all that fun stuff. We'll be having merch, more merch dropping soon. We have 2 shirts up on our store over at Teespring. If you want to go buy a shirt, all designed done by the amazing Salrex. I put him over so many times. You guys know how good he is. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you all for listening. As always, y'all, as always, guys, hate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, y'all, it's me, Steve, and I am out like Jenna's titties, y'all. Peace out, motherflowers.
You're getting enough fiber in your diet. You know what? You're probably not. I went as far as I could go, but maybe I'll come up with another surprise.